Hi, Jay. How are you doing?
Doing great, Kourosh. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. So thanks for agreeing to do this quick testimonial and
Of course.
letting us know how things have gone for you. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and if you can just answer them comfortably and honestly for anybody who's watching this video.
Absolutely.
So first of all, tell me a little bit about your background, the kind of jobs you've done, and the kind of the levels you've performed at.
So my immediate previous couple of jobs have been in product management, both in video distribution and IoT segments, um, consumer entertainment and electronics. I kind of uh, grew through the ranks, if you will, as an individual contributor systems engineer, and ended up leading a team of systems engineering at DirecTV. I then was recruited to build a team of product management, and through that, was able to bring a number of products that I'm pretty proud of to the market.
Very good. I know you've done a lot of exciting stuff on at DirecTV that a lot of people probably can relate to. And do you mind sharing kind of your current situation and what got you interested in working with us?
Absolutely. Thank you for the question. So, I'm currently in between jobs. Unfortunately, with what tech has been going through for the past 3 or 4 months, my job was also impacted. But that was right around the same time that I kind of started, or we met, and the wheels started
Mhm.
turning. And what you brought to my attention, which I'm very grateful and thankful for, was that trying to leverage the skill sets that I've kind of um, archived and put together throughout my career into leadership capabilities and sort of leadership skill sets that I can use to advance my career. And through the wisdom and knowledge of this class, I've been able to look internally, kind of be more honest and critical of myself, whether strengths or weaknesses, trying to either alleviate or minimize the weaknesses and trying to bank on and maximize the potential of the strengths. So I feel like I am better aware of my leadership sort of strengths, if you will.
Mhm.
And that gives me the level of confidence that I didn't think possible, or that I think that I thought I should have, in order to be able to sort of showcase what I've been able to accomplish and what value I can add to the hopefully to the next job or gig that I land.
Very good. And what changes have you have you started to see kind of in your job search, and what results have you achieved working with us?
I think I've been able to hone in on companies that I feel like are a better match for not just what I know, the technical sort of knowledge that I have, but going back to the personality traits and strengths, the type of company and culture that the combination of my technical expertise and career experience, along with my sort of personality traits, weaknesses and strengths, would be a better fit. I feel like I'm uh, better equipped in assessing what would be a good fit in terms of culture, in terms of the work, in terms of the expectation, in terms of the challenge that I will have in that next job. So I would say, to summarize, I would say uh, I'm more I have a better clarity as to where I want to go and how I want to see my career grow and evolve in the next 3 to 5 to 10 years, as a result of having gone through this program.
Great. And what did you find most beneficial in this program for your situation?
I would go back again to starting with week two. I think when we started going through the Enneagram personality types, and based on that, the type of personality sort of tendencies that I could have. And obviously, when we, maybe it's not so obvious, but for me, when I start looking internally, we're looking for improvements. We're looking for sort of deficiencies and weak spots to try to address them. And this was a very eye-opening way of um, looking for those personality weak spots. And the reason I would share is this: a lot of times through psychological means, you might go through trying to understand the root cause of a lot of your personality traits. With this class, the focus was on the actual traits, with whether or not or why you have them or you don't have them, why you have certain strengths or weaknesses. It may not be as important to an eventual colleague or employer as the fact that you have these strengths or weaknesses. So let's try to understand, based on your personality type, what your personality weaknesses, leadership skills, or weaknesses or strengths might be, and try to bank on maximize the good and minimize the bad. And I think that was a really effective, and not just for my career search, but as a person, as a personal growth, I think it was very, it was certainly invaluable. It was very eye-opening. It's a very quick, I think you referred to it as a shortcut way of understanding yourself better, to be able to control our social behavior a little bit more in a more acceptable way, in ways that can build bonds and network, and ultimately build champions of people who can go out there and vouch for you, either through recommendations or putting their name behind you and sort of pushing you to the next level up. So I'm very thankful for that as well.
Great. And anything you want to share about the work you've done on your brand and how you position yourself in the marketplace, your marketing material? How do you feel about those?
So this is still very fluid for me, as I'm still in the job search, but
Mhm.
I've been, I think to a good degree, with your help, and I thank you for that, been able to uh, sort of rebrand my resume, my LinkedIn, my social profile, my personal brand in a way that's more, I would say, value focused. This is the problem. This is the type of problems that I can solve, and that's a more sort of insightful and educated representation of my abilities and background, because now I can, like I mentioned before, I can now couple my work experience and sort of strong points along with my personality strong points, and try to create these examples of situations where I can add value to an organization, to a senior leadership organization or senior leadership team. And that's just a different, more I guess, critical way of looking at who I am, both as an individual and as a professional. And bringing those two together, I think this class helped me in ways that I couldn't have done on my own and without it.
Very good. Very good. And one last question, Jay. What advice would you give people who are watching this and they might be either stuck in your current level or in your situation, looking for their next opportunity?
If you're thinking about it already, that's the first step. I would say go for it. Give it 120% effort. Don't get discouraged um, if you feel like you're not making enough progress, if you feel like you're conflicted about the exact personality type that you should be or you truly are. It is more about self-reflection and having an honest and open dialogue with yourself as the audience. And through that, a lot of sort of self-improvement kind of flourishes and comes about, that is truly hard to put in terms of I did X number of hours worth of work and here's exactly what I received. I think the value that this adds to both personal, individual, and professional life will be both lifelong, and it'll be kind of hard to measure in terms of the hours saved or the levels advanced. It's truly a self improvement, both in terms of personal improvement and career improvement opportunity that I personally am going through the material all over again because I feel like every pass that I do, every repeat that I do, I am discovering a little more about myself than I did the time before. So go for it, give it a shot. The only way you can go is up.
Very good. Well, Jay, thank you very much for this good testimonial. We'll look forward to all your successes, which I know are right around the corner, and to also continue to work with you.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Bye.